Jimmy, how do you balance the fact that you're a quarterback who's only started 9 games and still figuring out stuff in the NFL with what you were able to do at the end of last year and the contract that you were able to sign? It seems like they're kind of dichotomous.
Yeah, I mean, I really don't think about it too much, honestly. We have a lot of things going on in here, a lot of good things. The game plan's going in, and so we got enough going on in our heads that if we start worrying about, those outside things, we'll be in trouble.
Do you feel any additional pressure, though, knowing that now you're the guy? Last year you had to still, at certain points, prove it, even though they made a trade for you.
Yeah, I think, it's good to have a mindset of, you hold yourself to a high standard. And so when you do that, it's you want to perform at your best. You try to not make any mistakes and do the best you can for the team.
Speaking of pressure, do you feel less now that Patrick Mahomes has replaced you as the greatest quarterback ever?
I've heard a lot of good things about him. Yeah, he's been playing great. The first 2 weeks, so you got to tip your hat to him. So it's it'll be a battle this Sunday.
When you look at the 6 sacks, is there anything consistent there that you kind of have to learn from? Were they coverage? Do you have to get rid of the ball a little sooner? What did you see there?
Well, I think they're all a little different. Each one's kind of its own scenario. And during the game, whatever coverage it was, I mean, they were all different. So it's a lot of little things. And I think we're working as a group offensively to, shore those things up. And, I got to help the O-line out and get rid of the ball.
This morning, Andy Reid was talking to us about the value for Patrick sitting a year before obviously you did something similar for even longer. What was the value in that for you looking back now and getting that opportunity to kind of wait?
Yeah, I think it's tremendous for a quarterback to sit his first year. It's just you get to sit there and see a guy, if you're lucky, like, I got to watch Tom, Patrick got to watch Alex, 2 successful quarterbacks, how they do it. And you kind of, try to put yourself in that situation, how to learn from it, what you would do if you were in the spot they were in. And, there's a ton of things that you could benefit from. And I think if you use it properly, it's good for you.
People kind of seem to think it's like an osmosis thing, like you just happen to be around the guy or that he's going to hold your hand or something like that. How early do you realize, like, hey, I've got to really invest myself in this to maximize that too, and how did you go about it?
I think every guy, it's kind of a feel thing, kind of hits you at one point or another throughout your rookie year, and it's a really good learning experience. Some guys it hits early, some guys it might not hit till your 2nd or 3rd year, when you realize you have to be a pro and hold yourself accountable more than having a coach do it for you. And I think once you get to that point, it gives you a chance to be successful.
Was there a moment that hit you?
Yeah, my rookie year. Yeah, definitely. It was a very eye-opening moment. It's just something that it's good that it happened.
You gonna tell us what it is?
I can't tell you the whole story, man. Come on.
That's what we're here for.
You're my friend.
But as much as the veteran quarterback may help you, they don't exactly want you taking the job either, do they? There's that competitive thing going on.
Yeah, of course. Especially when it's only one of you out there. It's not like it's a receiver where there's 2, 3, 4 of you out there at a time. But that's the nature of the NFL. You have to be competitive. You have to want to compete on a daily basis, and I think that's what makes you great.
An interception against Minnesota and then the one that was called back against Detroit, they've both been chalked up to miscommunications. With going to Kansas City in that atmosphere and the state of this offense, how do you work through those miscommunications so stuff like that doesn't happen again?
I think it starts with the week of practice, honestly. It's, we want to go out there, be perfect on every play call, how we hear it, how we communicate with one another in between series, all that stuff. And it's just, it's a lot of little things coming together. So we know it's going to be loud. That place, I played there my rookie year, and it was rocking. So, we know what we're in for.
Is there an extra emphasis on that this week? It's obviously always an emphasis,
yeah.
But knowing what the results have been.
I think every week, you put a lot of emphasis on it. You want to be perfect, and that's what we're training to do. You're never going to be perfect, but that's where you have to have the mindset of.
Do you view it as like a week-by-week thing, going back a little bit to the fact that you don't have a ton of experience, the receivers are young, where you're going to have to build up to it a little bit more?
Oh, yeah, definitely. That's the NFL season. It's a week-by-week thing. Every team throughout the entire season, 1 week they're up, 1 week they're down type of thing, and you want to stay as even keel as you can. And I think we have a good locker room for that. Guys have the right mindset. Coaches come out and work every day. It's a good group.
When you have someone as unique as Marquise in terms of his ability to stretch the field, how difficult of an adjustment can it be without him?
I think we handled it well. Different guys last week stepping up in different roles than they were used to. Some of the younger guys handling a little more information and things like that. But I think we did it well, and it'll be nice to get him back when we can.
What's your read on the opportunities the Chiefs defense
They're a good defense. They have a good scheme that ties together well. You know, things that play off of one another. Some talented guys up front who get after the quarterback, and some talented guys in the back end too. So, you know, it'll be our job to go out there and execute. I think the communication is a big part, getting that started, and we'll go from there.
Going back to Goodwin, how much does that limit what you guys feel like you can call on a play-by-play basis? Do you see Kyle adjusting in real time to not having that guy who can take the safety with him every time he runs up the field?
Yeah, well, we have other guys who, you know, they could take the top off of defense. Marquise is a unique speed, but we have some fast guys too. And so, yeah, I think just mixing and matching, putting guys in the right spots and giving them a chance to be successful. Kyle does a great job of that.
The connection between you and Trent Taylor hasn't been nearly as productive as it was last season. Are defenses focusing on him more with Goodwin out?
Not really. You know, I think at certain times maybe, but other times, you know, it's just execution. And, you know, coach is putting us in a position to be successful, and we have to go execute it.
What stood out to you about Breida's maturation from when you came here last year to now?
His knowledge. He's a very smart running back. You know, just he knows what he's looking for in each run, what the read is. You know, if there's a cutback opportunity pre-snap, he knows it, and it's tying all that stuff together. And I think he's done a great job of it, along with those guys up front, giving them room to run.
What was your view of that 66-yard touchdown run?
It happened fast. I carried out my fake and everything, and I saw him cutting all the way back, and I started to run and felt very slow when those guys started to pull away from me, and Pierre was still blocking. So it was probably the longest run I've ever seen on the field.
Obviously, you want to finish every drive with a touchdown, but what kind of peace of mind does it give you to have a guy like Robbie Gould, who, you know, especially look around the league and guys are missing kicks, he does what he does?
Yeah, just all three of those guys, you know, Kyle, Bradley, Robbie, just very consistent with what they do day in and day out. Good guys to be around, good locker room guys, and you know, it makes for a fun time.
You were in Chicago when Robbie was kicking. Like you were a Bears fan
Oh, yeah.
growing up, right? So
Yeah.
you've known Robbie Gould in theory for a long time.
I've known the name, yeah.
What's he like as a teammate, and is that kind of weird at all to you that he's still
Uh,
around?
I mean, I wouldn't say it's weird. It's different for sure. But my friends, when they get around, they get a kick out of it because some of them are still Bears fans, you know. So,
Bears
but
fans are upset, man. They're still angry that they let him go.
yeah, we got a good one there. But yeah, he's an awesome guy. You know, tight knit guy, keeps guys interacting with one another, and it's good to have that.
On the touchdown to Selleck, it looked like, you know, certainly the Lions thought it was going to be a pitch to Alfred. Is that the first time you guys have called that play? Is that something you put in the offseason?
No, we had it last year. They ran it last year. I don't know if I threw one last year, but yeah, it's a nice little compliment that we had, and you know, Selleck finished it off. All right, thanks, guys.
Thanks, Jimmy.